Here are the 5 best things that you don't want to miss in GTA Online before September 18th. As per usual, this type of video will just include some of the best things overall, so some free cars, different discounts, and even some clothing items. Without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So I think we just have to include the clothing unlocks first. If you guys are yet to get these 2, or even just the first one, I would definitely recommend trying to do it. To get the Summer LSPD Officer outfit, you just need to complete the weekly challenge, and the weekly challenge is to complete 3 dispatch work missions. So quite unfortunately, you will need to have one of these police vehicles, and that will be the only way that you can do the dispatch work. If you still want to get this outfit and do not want to spend millions and millions of dollars, I would just recommend purchasing the cheapest option. Just try and save as much money as you can. The second clothing unlock is also sort of locked, sort of similar to this first one, because you will need to buy the Declassy Park Ranger, so another sort of police vehicle, and the only way that you can get this is by completing the wildlife photography challenge in one single day. And on top of this one is only available on PS5, Xbox Series X or S, or PC through the enhanced version of GTA Online. So super annoying in my opinion, not everyone can get this, and even if you have GTA on these different consoles, you will still need to complete the wildlife photography challenge at least one time, so potentially quite annoying just for a clothing item. If you already have this vehicle, you will be able to get this reward within 72 hours of logging in, and even if you do not have time to get these 2 outfits, supposedly they might also be carrying over to the next week. For me at least, I don't really think I will be getting this Park Ranger vehicle. I don't really find any point in that just for a clothing item, but if you guys can, definitely do the first one. Relatively simple, you just need to have one of the police cars, and of course you are still making money by completing this. The second best thing, in my opinion, from this event just has to be the Salvage Robberies. We finally do have a claimable vehicle. We have not had a claimable vehicle in here for such a long time, so really nice to see the deity right there. Unfortunately, it will be the top tier vehicle, so it can make you the most money if you decided to sell this instead of claiming it. However, when there is always a claimable vehicle, I always think it is best to claim it no matter what. And it is still worth doing the other 2 Salvage Robberies and making more cash. If any of you guys out there have the Salvage Yard, this is something that you definitely want to try and do, because like I just mentioned as well, the Salvage Yard very rarely has claimable vehicles. Arguably just as good as the Salvage Yard will be the 3 vehicles in this event. In this event, we had the new Lucky Wheel podium vehicle called the Anis Hellion. I don't mind the look of this one, but where things get really nice will be inside the LS car meet for the prize ride. For this week, you can get the Entity MT completely free, and you only need to place top 4 in the LS car meet series. So this should be probably one of the easiest vehicles to win. From what I have read, it looks like there is no daily requirement here. You just need to place top 4 and that is it. So if any of you guys are yet to get this thing, you definitely want to make sure that you do this. Either just play with a friend or something, or join some random players, and as long as you place top 4, you will be all good. Moving on to the discounts this week. Now, I definitely think that the discounts could have been a lot better, but one of the main reasons I still wanted to include them really comes down to all of these police vehicles having a discount, which definitely makes them just a little bit more useful. Saving any money on these cars is still really huge, so if you were deciding to buy one of these things, this is probably the best week to do that. I don't even think we have had discounts on police vehicles ever since they were released, so now is a great opportunity to get one if you need one. I went ahead and bought the D10 Pursuit, and even with this discount, this thing still cost me upwards of $3 billion, so something to really keep an eye on as well. You can pretty quickly spend all of your money on these vehicles. In terms of the other discounts, we only had a 30% off body armor, the Benefactor SM722, the Grotti Turismo Classic, the Menacer, and the Zeruso. So in terms of these ones, I would probably say that the Turismo Classic and potentially the Zeruso might be the best options. There was also the gun van discount, which I think are always worth a mention. You can get a free baseball bat, which is definitely interesting, a 40% off the service carbine, which I think is probably the best item here, and a 30% off for GTA Plus members on the stun gun. So a perfect time to get the service carbine, because I am pretty confident that Rockstar just removes these things now and eventually returns them into the gun van. I do think that is a pretty frustrating thing, and if you guys want help finding the gun van, I would just recommend using a website like GTA EU or GTA Lens. And last up, for the fifth thing that I think you should also try and do, I was definitely torn between some of the bonus money and the event week money methods, and I honestly think that you could probably just put them both together. So to begin with, the bonus money was really not too good. The best things were definitely the dispatch work and the wildlife photography challenge. Alongside this, there was also the Vespucci job remix and community combat series, which also had some double money and RP. And then in terms of just the standard event week money methods, we have already gone over the Salvage robberies, worth doing. The new FIB priority file is also a really nice shout, making you a really nice portion of cash every single event. And then of course, we have to mention the time trials, another thing that will reset when this event refreshes. I completed the HSW time trial, and this got me a really nice and solid $250,000. And then for the standard time trial, this is where things got really challenging. I did not have any idea what vehicle to use, and I must have spent at least 1 hour and a half just trying to complete this, driving all the way back up Mount Chiliad. So yeah, super annoying, but still worth it, and it can be quite fun, and definitely a really nice challenge. Eventually, I settled on using the Hackaju drag. The Battiator one as well was a really nice choice for this time trial, and at some point, I did complete it. So yeah, that will be 5 things that you don't want to miss out on this week. I did try and structure the video in more in a priority sort of way, so the clothing unlocks will definitely be worth it first, I would probably think. The Salvage robbery for that free claimable vehicle, then the free cars, discounts, and some of the different bonus money and event week money methods. Just remember, this event will be fully refreshing on September 18th, with September 17th being the final full day. If I was really going to look back through this event and really just pick the best thing that you probably want to get, I might have to say it is the Entity MT. Just the challenge for this one, and the fact it does not seem like it is something that you have to do over multiple days. It just makes sense to try and do this as soon as you can. And the Entity MT itself is just an incredible car. It can also have the HSW upgrades if you have access to that. The last and final thing that I also want to include will be some honourable mentions, and if you have not guessed already, this will be things like the Simeon's Auto Shop vehicles, the Luxury Autos dealership cars, and the LS Car Meet test track vehicles. The main reason I like to include these things as well really comes down to them being returning cars, and I think I always say this in each video about the event week, but once the event week ends, you might not see these ones for a couple of weeks or months. So definitely worth going around to Simeon's Auto Shop and the test track. The Luxury Autos dealership is just a little bit different. Rockstar don't really typically tend to add some of the returning vehicles here, but the vehicles inside the luxury dealership are still quite nice, and they already come with some different customization options. But yeah guys, I'm really intrigued to hear what you think about this event. What is your favorite feature overall? I think having the LSPD officer outfits as well is a really cool addition. I still can't believe we have not seen something like this in the past without glitches. Also, let me know what you guys think about the dispatch work. I think it is a really underrated money method. I did play through some of these things not too long ago, and I made a lot of cash from doing that. Definitely worth giving them a try. But anyways guys, that will wrap it up for this video. Let me know what you think about this event. Also, let me know what you guys have completed. And as usual, if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in any way, shape or form, make sure to leave a like. I always do appreciate your support. And if you are new to the channel and like what you see, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.